would say the wrinkles are going to form. You may have a seam, first of all, if I'm using the right word there. I'm famous on YouTube for using the wrong words. It's a hem, it's a seam, it's a place where one piece of cloth joins another piece of cloth. I'm pretty sure it's a seam, right? Right across the top of the shoulder there. But I find in looking at photographs and so forth that there are some wrinkles that are going to form right here around the armpit. It can be easy to overdo wrinkles, and that's why you have to sort of hold yourself back and not go too crazy. Now the next place where wrinkles, folds in the clothing tend to occur is down at the elbow. So I'm going to come down here like so, and then get a couple of vaguely horizontal lines in here, right around the inside of the elbow. And that means that you need to vary the contour a little bit at the edge of where the elbow goes. And maybe what we ought to do at this point is to come all the way down here and draw the cuff. Now the cuff is usually kind of made out of stiff cloth that allows it to be wrinkle-free, the actual cuff itself. But then there is cloth just above the cuff where we tend to get more folds. So what I'm going to do, and different type of shirts will have more puffiness down here than others. The classic Shakespearean actor usually has these very puffy sleeves. I'm not going to go that crazy, but I'm going to come down here and give just a little bit of extra cloth down here and show how some wrinkles might form down there as the cloth begins to bunch up together. And I would say that's about it for wrinkles. You may find that you get just a little extra source of wrinkles going right across, maybe that upper sleeve. And if you want to get into shading, I'm going to try to switch to a slightly lighter chalk. If you want to get into shading, you choose one side. Let's say the light is coming from the upper left. That means all the shading is going to come on the right-hand side. Whoops. Thank goodness for carpeting. Very often I'm in a hardwood floor and it's shadow. My chalk! Then I turn into a little Prometheus guy. Why did I drop my chalk? And come down here, add more shading all along the one side. This is kind of turning now into a lesson on shading more than drawing the fold. But notice how anyone who wants to add shading or shadows to a drawing, they have to make a decision. Where's the light coming from? And then the shadows form on the other side. And I was being extra cautious, so I used quite a light piece of chalk there. But this maybe give you an idea of how artists work their way toward final lines very cautiously like that. You want to make sure you found the right spots before you go in and do final lines that you can really commit to. Well, thanks for that suggestion about clothing folds.